Welcome to Bekteks. This episode I have a very special guest with me, new Grand Prix Vegas champion, Simon Nielsen.
Hey, what's up, Beky? I just came from Vegas.
You just had to bring this with you?
Yeah, well, I always carry it with me now.
Oh, okay. You want to tell me how you got it?
Oh, I just got it playing my best friend, the Hogaak. What's the matter?
That's a little awkward now with the, he's gone.
Oh, you got banned?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah! And faceless looting! You can play with Stoneforge Mystic now, though.
Okay. How about we scratch all that?
Okay.
And we just play my favorite game.
Okay.
It's Danish Magic.
Okay, what's Danish Magic?
It's a game invented by the Swedes. So, it's like a booster battle type game.
Okay.
Where you play with packs. And the Swedes invented it kind of to make fun of the way the Danes play Magic.
What's so funny about the way the Danes play Magic?
I mean, it's, we kind of just do everything like really impulsively. So for instance, when there's, recently it happened to me in a tournament, my opponent had a random creature in play on turn 2, it wasn't very important. I was like, yeah, YOLO, main phase, Shock killed that creature. My opponent just followed up with a Legion Warboss, and I probably should have kept the Shock for that, but that's not what we do at all in Denmark.
So anytime you can do something, you do it.
Yeah, yeah, that's basically what this game is all about. You're basically just do everything as soon as you can do it. Mm-hmm. No reason to hold back or wait.
Okay, so basically in Danish Magic, you don't play Magic cards, the cards play you.
Yeah, that's how we like to roll with it, yeah. So basically, you each start with a booster pack that you open up and then shuffle it up without looking at the content. Just move the token first. And then you just play on. You have like no starting hand size, but infinite mana at all times. And you have 20 life each. So that seems like a, fairly simple way of doing it. But the twist here is that you have to do everything you can do as soon as you can do it. So that means you're just playing your creatures, no waiting. If there's no other target for your removal spell than your own creature, tough luck, you have to kill it. No decisions. And it turns out to be like a really fun, fast game because, yeah, it's just kind of whimsical and a bunch of crazy stuff usually happens as you have no control over your own stability. Just like Danes. I really like to keep the basic land in the pack because there are cards that target a land and then do stuff. So if there's no lands in play, those cards would just be stuck in hand. But so you keep the land in the pack, and when you draw the land and play it from your hand, you just draw another card because it's pretty lame to just draw a land for your turn that doesn't do anything. And if the boosters you're using have like gates or life gain lands or something instead in the basic land slots, those just count as basic lands for this rule. We only play with 15 cards, so it can sometimes be pretty easy to run out of cards, and it's a little bit sad to just like die out that way. So you can't die from drawing from an empty library. You just play on without drawing extra cards, so you just play out with the things you have. This also means that there can actually be draws in this game. If both players have, a big slugfest and they've traded off everything in their entire pack and there's nothing left, then it can be a draw. Yeah. Every instance of may becomes must. So for instance, Overgrown Tomb says you may pay 2 life, or then you have to pay 2 life. Only exception to this is Scry, because Scry says like you look at the top card, you may put it on bottom. And if that becomes you just put the card on bottom, it makes Scry pretty silly. Whenever you have an ability or spell that can target more than one thing, you have to target as many different things as you can until until you can't target anything anymore. So for instance, Heifer Charge says 1 and a blue, target creature gains flying. Essentially that means you're just gonna give every single creature flying all the time. So what it's gonna mean is that just all creatures are flying. For equipments, you technically have to equip them to all your creatures before you choose one that it stays on as you pass the turn. But that's also a little bit silly to go through that motion. So usually with most equipment you just say whatever it's gonna be on and you can always equip it for free. Another pretty fun interaction is vehicles, because basically if you're on a winning board state and there's nothing that can go wrong, well, you can draw a vehicle and then all your creatures have to get into the car at the same time, and then the car cruise itself and you just all tap out.
You can do that?
Yeah, you're just locked if you have a vehicle in play and you can't find an answer to it. So that's the silly thing about, no matter how far behind you are, the opponent can draw something that just completely messes up their game. Okay. Since we are working with infinite mana, there is sometimes an issue where a player draws a card that's pay 2 mana to give it +1/+0. That card is infinite power, usually. So I really like that you can just draw these cards that just win the game instantly, make infinite creatures or just attacks for a bunch. But some players don't like that the game just ends instantly. Also with something like a fireball, we just kill a player. I think it's fine because if that happens on turn in like in the early part of the game, you can still just play on with the rest of the pack. But if you don't like that, you can play with the house rule where abilities are just activated once every turn. Once on my turn, once on your turn. Oh, and one last thing. We Danes, we quite like to gamble. So, so if you and your friend each have their own pack, you can actually play for the contents of the pack, which makes it even more funny with all these silly things that come up when you might actually be playing for some rare. So yeah, that's something I prefer to do, but that's obviously not for everyone.
So for the breakdown of Danish Magic, we have our difficulty at 1. This is a little complex because you obviously have to know how to play Magic, you have to know about the phases of Magic, but after you know that, you're kind of taking all of the difficult decision making out of Magic and making it as simple as possible. So the difficulty is pretty simple for this game. The next is time. This takes little to no time, and so it's like a 2 out of 5. You could spend a long time playing this if you have an entire booster box, or if you and a friend both have a booster box and you're trying to duel against each other a bunch. But if you only have one pack each, then it goes by pretty quickly.
Are you gonna help us explain the cost? How much does it cost to play Danish Magic? Well, it's kind of the same as the other one. It just costs as much as how many booster packs you have. So if you got a bunch of booster packs from winning, yeah. If you got a bunch of booster packs from winning, then it's basically free. And if you're buying them, then it's... Careful with the tail. Then it's a bit more expensive, but otherwise it's pretty cheap. So it's a 2 out of 5. Lastly, we have the prep, which I have at a 1 out of 5 because this game is as simple as cracking open a pack, shuffling the cards up, and setting them down and going. Now that we've gone through the breakdown, we've gone through the rules, I'm ready to play some Danish Magic.
Are you?
Yes.
That's a great coincidence, because I actually brought some packs so we can play.
Okay, let's play then.
Yes.
Okay.
Good games.
Good luck.
Well, you can say good games, like, as in we're gonna have good games.
Okay, we're gonna do a high roll?
Yeah, high roll sounds great.
Okay. Oh, well, that was bad. Oh, you beat me by 1.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
Alright, so
Literally.
For the first set of packs, we're gonna be doing core set 20. Kind of thinking that it'll be a nice, simple way to have some simple creatures that are easy to interact with.
Yeah, I'm all about simple. Alright, so we just rip up the pack.
Well, I'm gonna try and be careful with it. I don't want to hurt a Johnny.
And so you move the token. It's a nice zombie here. And
how
keep
fitting that you would get a zombie.
Yeah, that is quite fitting. And you just keep the basic land in, and you just start shuffling without looking at the contents. So don't do this with the beta packs, maybe. Alright. Oh, Chandra Novice Pyromancer.
Ooh, alright.
Uncommon Planeswalker. Okay, so I actually get some choice now. But since the only thing that... I'll just plus it. Go.
Aww. I will play Ripscale Predator.
Hey, that's pretty big.
That's big and menacey.
Big dino. Okay, Eternal Isolation, put that card on bottom.
Alright, well, at least bottom's better than graveyard in this.
Okay, I'll just get all my elementals plus again.
Okay.
Yeah, you go.
Greenwood set.
That's slightly smaller. Ooh, it's even 2 toughness. This card is great in Danish Magic.
What the?
Here's a 1/3 flyer.
Oh,
With
that's
Vigilance,
good too.
Riffing Sentinel. Alright, I'll boop your elf.
My elf is down.
Yeah.
I will anticipate.
Oh, now you actually get a choice.
I get to pick!
Yeah. You put this in your draw step.
This feels so honored. In my draw. Oh.
Yeah, technically it's in your draw step, but it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. It matters a lot. No, it doesn't actually matter that much. Like, sure.
Ooh, you get treasures.
I will get 2 treasures.
Okay, you know what will happen to your treasures?
I have to sacrifice
You'll
them.
have to sacrifice them immediately.
Well, that's fine because we have unlimited mana anyway. Here you go.
Alright. So I draw,
Oh, this
and
is bad.
here's another 1/3,
Okay.
Daybreak Chaplain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my Chandra to shoot your dragon.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, doesn't kill it, but then my Griffin comes in.
I have to block.
Yeah. Let's go.
Too good.
Yeah, this card is very good in Danish Magic. Options are really good. We can have
Centaur. Go.
we can have the same thing play out again. Here.
Yep.
Overgrowth Elemental. So it's a counter and elemental. I have none of those. You can't put a counter on yourself, right?
No.
Another.
Yeah.
Bummer. Okay, I'm gonna shoot you a centaur and attack it with my brave chaplain.
Have to.
Finally, there's not even first blood, but
Yeah,
at least I
you're
got a
going
21.
to 21.
All right, go.
Stop drawing blockers. Okay, fencing ace.
Ooh, I can't kill that anymore. Okay, that'll be alright. Draw. Vivian!
Whoa!
I'm playing Super Friends over here.
Embarrassment of
What does this one do?
riches.
Ooh, I can like choose a creature card I own from outside the game.
What?
Yeah, I'll see what I have in my binder.
What?
Okay, but first I'm gonna put 2 counters on my Overgrowth Elemental, so it becomes large and mean.
Distribute 2+1/+1 counters. Oh my god.
And trample, and then I'll give all my elementals +2/+0, and I'll attack you for 7.
I have to block.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so you take 6 damage.
Yeah?
Mm.
Ow. Alright, I'm at 14.
Okay, go.
Oh my gosh.
So that counts as the basic land slot.
Okay, yeah.
So you can cycle, but you actually have to crack it before you draw the card.
So I have to shuffle.
You have to look at your deck.
Oh.
I mean, you can. You can also choose to keep the surprise, but it's always nice to know
Oh, my rare is bad.
if you have like a planar cleansing to clean up this mess.
No. Alright, draw for the... I have a maniacal rage, so I have to enchant it to your overgrowth elemental.
I'll take it. All right, can no longer block, but I don't think he cares particularly much about that.
No, I think
Alright.
he cares about smashing face.
Ooh, another enchant creature. When unholy indenture.
Unholy indenture.
Indenture?
Yeah.
English is weird. Okay, well, so I'll enchant here. So when it
Yes.
dies, it doesn't
it
die at all.
No, it doesn't give.
Yeah, it doesn't give any bonus. Okay, so I'm at least gonna like make a chant a plus here. So now this is 7 already. No, it's even more, right? It's 5, so it's 9 power already, and I can plus my Vivian. But actually, I think I'm just gonna like see which funny creature I have laying around.
Okay.
So let's do that.
I think I have my binder on.
No,
the
it has to be a
table.
card I own.
Oh, okay. A card, right? Of course.
Yeah. See, I found this card I own. Okay, I just had Necropolis. Yeah, and
You can't play it though.
what?
You can't delve.
Oh, I can't spend mana on it?
Yeah.
Oh no! So I have to wait for another creature?
Yeah.
Well, and a card go into my graveyard? Okay, well, it's in my hand now. It's just sitting here chilling. I'll just attack you for 9 then.
Only for 9.
Mhm.
I'm gonna die before you can even play
Okay,
Hogaak.
go. No, I'm gonna play Hogaak next turn if I draw a green or black creature.
I'm gonna play Dragon Age.
Whoa, that's a big flying dragon.
It's a big
Wait.
flying dragon that makes us Wheel of Fortune.
Do we draw 7 cards?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good thing that we can't dig out in this game. Okay.
Also, a good thing that I have to block.
So I draw.
Is it please? I will actually look.
I can wait. I
can use this mana from it. Yeah.
No, you can't use any mana.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like it would be. I could kill you now, but I feel like that's not as fun. So I'm
Well,
gonna.
you have to kill me. It's Danish Magic.
I'm gonna use Chandra to shoot herself. Play Phantom Fleet Cutthroat, and then play Hogaak. Your turn.
The few decisions that you get, I have to attack.
Okay.
Wait, okay, I have to play this.
Yeah, you have to play. Oh,
yeah.
That has an ability.
Oh.
Yeah, it just killed itself. Sad little sprite.
I have to attack with the Dragon Mage.
Okay, I take 5, so it goes to what?
16.
16? Okay, is it both players?
Yes.
So we just both gonna draw 7? Okay, I have exactly 7 cards left.
I have 6, so
All
you're
right.
getting more value off of this than me. Also, my
some
rare is now useless. I have a shared summons as my rare. Not as good as Vivian. Let's see, what can I do? Can I keep myself alive, or is that not possible? That might not be possible. Oh, okay, I can pick my graveyard. Okay, I'm gonna play Bonafide Necromancer.
Hold on, I'm gonna respond to that by casting Feral Invocation on Hogaak. So this is
So
now
it's a 10-10 trample. Okay,
yeah.
good.
Oh, but I've actually gotta negate my own Feral Invocation.
Okay.
You can continue. I have no more instance.
Okay, so Bonafide Necromancer, I'm gonna exile Greenwood Sentinel from my graveyard and make a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Can I live? This doesn't have trample, yeah?
No.
Okay. This just does.
Yes.
I'm at 5. I'm gonna play Rip Scale Predator.
A second one?
No.
Oh, you
I
put it
thought
on
the first
bottom.
one on bottom.
Right.
I'm gonna disenchant the Unholy Indenture.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Undead Servant. I'm gonna cast Vengeful War Chief, and I'm gonna cast Shared Summons.
Yeah, sure.
I can't
So
find it.
technically, you should have cast the instance before any of that,
okay,
right?
okay.
Or at least respond to your thing, but that's okay. We don't get punished
Oh,
for
it's
forgetting.
I thought
to
it
do
was a sorcery. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm-
that's fair. All right.
Read your magic cards.
Is it? So it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, and what are you at? 5?
I'm at 5.
Ooh, okay. So I have to do some combat math here. Okay, I'll start by
What's that
drawing
like?
2 cards.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. I'll play my forest.
Yes.
I'll tap it for mana. I'll
Okay.
tap it for mana. Draw a card. Oh, still no. Okay, this one, I don't have any flyers. No.
Good.
Play Frostlings.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Frostlings taps down Ripstone
Probably the
Predator.
correct move.
Yeah? Okay, so how much damage do I have now? So you have... You're gonna block this here, so that's 4. Yeah, so it seems like you can survive, but I'm gonna like siphon you.
Oh,
Do you
so
free
yeah, I'll be
damage?
dead. Yes.
Well, you're not quite dead, I think. Gotta just jam with my things here.
So I could live with 1 if I block like this.
Yeah, okay. Well, force block is a force block. Okay.
Force block. I am gonna
Get him out of my way.
take 2
Yeah.
trample damage. 1 trample damage
1 trample damage, go to 1. Yes.
from a Hogaak.
Okay. And
1.
you can untap with your big red.
Woo! We did it. But I'm gonna have to swing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to double block this menace creature.
Nice.
Right, that's a terrible block.
Little victories.
But
But I'm very dead to Hogaak, even though it just got banned. Okay, cool.
Not banned in Danish Magic.
Not banned in Danish Magic. Nothing is banned in Danish Magic.
That was, and I'm serious, like that was the most crazy game of Danish Magic I've ever played. I thought I was done casting Hogaak, but then like here we go in Danish Magic. Yeah, that was ridiculous. I'm quite happy I got to experience that, and everyone got to experience that.
Yeah, that was so crazy. And the chances of that happening are so low. It was perfect. Hogaak was just like, I'm not ready to leave you yet. And of course, we defended the trophy.
Yeah, we actually had this on the line, so I'm very happy that I got to keep it.
I wanted to keep it. Darn. Next time I'll get it though. Thank you so much for flying all the way from Denmark.
Yeah, basically.
Clearly just to film this video and not to play more modern before Hogaak got banned. Clearly just to hang out with me. But thank you so much for coming and teaching me how to play Danish Magic and letting me experience that final crazy Hogaak appearance with you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Of course. And thank you all for watching us play these crazy games and supporting us. Even though it's just a little bit, it really helps a lot. So thanks for joining us for this episode of Bekteks. If you've got some packs at home, go find a friend, crack them open, play some Danish Magic, and let us know in the comments below how your games go. We'd love to hear about it, because sometimes crazy things happen in these games when you have no decisions. You can keep the zombie.
I'm gonna keep the zombie token.
You can keep the zombie token. All right, so I just want to say one last time, thank you. As always, the socials for Simon and I will both be in the description box below. We will be having more episodes coming out later of more super fun versions of Magic to play, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.